Hey y'all, thanks so much for tuning into this week's video blog. I really appreciate you being here. Last week what we talked about was how staying positive is important and why it's important. If you haven't checked out that video, I hope you'll go back and you'll watch it. But this week what I'm talking about is the other types of creativity that you can have. There are so many different avenues to express yourself, and that's what's amazing about this world. And God's given us all gifts, maybe one particular or multiple, but there's so many ways you can get your gift out there. One of the ways is through writing, so like doing a written blog like I do too, or through writing a poem or a song or a book or a screenplay, or any way you can get your ideas out there. That if you are articulate and you can express yourself very well through writing, that may be the gift God's given you to express your voice and to help further glorify Him and what He's done in your life. That might be the way that you get to express your testimony of Him, and that's so cool. So that's one of my favorite ways to express myself. Is I've been told I'm very articulate with what I have to say, and I appreciate that, because sometimes I don't feel that way. Sometimes I feel like I just garble stuff out and have word vomit, and being able to sit and write a post and have people genuinely react to it is a big thing for me, because I just want people to be inspired, or if they don't know God, maybe to get a glimpse of who He is through what I post. So another really cool way to express yourself is through photography, because you look through a lens and you might see something that other people don't, and you can share that, and maybe they'll be able to see your perspective on it. Like a sunset, we all think sunsets are beautiful. God's the best artist in the whole world, but you might be able to share a different aspect of a sunset, like maybe right along the skyline or the horizon. Right along the horizon, like right when the sun is sinking down, you can get a picture of that and just maybe show different colors or whatever. But photography is a really cool gift, because you can capture such beautiful moments that people might not otherwise get to capture. So yeah, and it's just so cool to have those memories. I love photography. I love taking pictures. Everybody who knows me knows that I love taking pictures, because I just love to remember stuff, and I love to share that with people, because then it's like, hey, here's this picture, I want you to remember this, because it was a great time, and I just don't want you to forget the time that we shared together. So probably my favorite way people can express themselves, well, maybe second favorite, is through music. Music is the coolest avenue, in my opinion, to express yourself, because you can write a song, compose it, arrange it with instruments and all that, and it can become a hit song that can express things that you might not know you needed to say, things you needed to hear. You might write a song and be like, whoa, how did I write that? I've never even experienced that, or I didn't know I needed to write this song. Because writing a song, you express so much emotion through, and when people can relate with it, I can only imagine how awesome that must be for a songwriter, to be able to know that, yeah, so many people relate with this topic. It's awesome, and I love songwriters because of that. I really respect songwriters, because they're willing to put their feelings and their emotions and their energy and everything into a song, and that's amazing. I wish I had that talent. But for people that do have that talent, thank you for what you do, because songwriting is an amazing gift. And the last way that you can kind of express yourself is through reading. Now, that doesn't sound like, oh, how's that a way to express your creativity or express yourself? You might read a book and have a quote that just jumps out at you, and you can share that on whatever social media outlets you have, on all of them, one of them, none of them. Share that with somebody that you love, but you don't know what that quote can do for another person. So if it's a great quote and you're just so moved by it, I recommend sharing it, because you just never know who you're going to influence or inspire, or what anybody's going through at any given time. So I would love to know what y'all's creative gifts are. Reach out to me on any of my social medias. I would be happy to have a conversation about it, because we were all made by God with certain gifts and abilities that He has given us, and He wants us to use for His will and for His will to be done. So I hope that y'all are inspired and encouraged by this message. And next week, what we'll be talking about is the pros and cons of social media with music, but kind of just in general too, because there are pros and cons to it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this week's video. I hope you tune in next week, and if you haven't, been tuning in until recently, thank you. If you've been tuning in the whole time, thank you so much. And I hope you'll share this with people that you love and care about, and they'll get encouraged. And stay subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Alright, y'all. See you next week. Have a great week.